What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. And this episode comes special requested by my boy Chandler with a Z. Shout out to you. Go check out his YouTube. Link will be in the description down below. So, top 10 favorite characters in Hajime no Ippo. And there's a lot of characters in Ippo. It's over 1,000 chapters in the manga. It's had hella seasons in the anime. The anime could continue if they wanted to. The anime was fire. They just kind of stopped it, but there's a lot of characters to go through, so narrowing down my top 10. And honestly, I even put them in what I consider to be my order of favorite. It took some work. And because there's a lot of characters, I had to write them down to make sure I don't mess up the order. So we're going to start at number 10. Coming in, still, even though it's number 10, it's still pretty high because they got like over 50 characters, easily. Number 10. We're going to give it to Itagaki's sister. And the reason she's getting, picture, boom, right there. Itagaki's sister. The reason she's getting number 10 is because she has such a lightheartedness to her and she's always cracking jokes. And mainly because she's trying to steal Ippo away from Kumi. Anybody that hates Kumi, you're already in my good graces. Hallelujah! Praises be to Itagaki's sister. May the devil take Kumi from us. So she's taking number 10. This video won't be super long either. Number 9. Along the same lines, we're still in Ippo's love triangle or square. I think there's 3 people in it, so we can call it a square now. Mari Amora. Boom. My door's ringing. My dogs are gonna bark, but just disregard that. Mari Amora, she is the reporter on all of the boxing events, the female reporter. She's also the oldest of the 3 love interests for Ippo. Itagaki's sister, Mari, Kumi. Now, of course, Kumi is kind of with Ippo, but whatever. But Mari has such a sophisticated aura around her, and she can read people. I think it's maybe the reporter insight in her, but she can read people, and she can kind of tell what Ippo's really feeling and what the people around Ippo are really feeling. And I think if Ippo got with her, that would be so great for him and his personality, and she could elevate him to different levels that Kumi could never. Number 8, we're going with Aoki, and I'm putting him number 8 because, granted, he's a middle-of-the-road boxer, but he has outside-the-box ideas. His frog punch, genius. All of his fights, interesting to watch. Now, spoiler, I did not put Kimura in this top 10 because I don't like Kimura. I think he's a very orthodox middle-of-the-road boxer. His fights are low-key boring to watch, though. At least Aoki has an unconventional method around him that makes it entertaining. So he can break into the top 10. Not the top 5, but top 10 for sure. Number 7. Boom. Imai. The current, I believe he's featherweight, current Japanese featherweight champion. He's making number 7 because he's honestly trying to continue the legacy that Ippo built up. We know Ippo retired, but he relinquished his championship to chase a world title. Imai admired and both wanted to rival Ippo, so Imai beat Itagaki in a championship fight that Itagaki was heavily favored to win, we might add. And not only has Imai carried that championship with what I consider to be grace, he's also called out all the old-timers, said, y'all past your prime. It's the new regimen here. Respect the guts he had for doing that. But also, he's known as the one-rounder. He's KOing people in one round. He's holding that championship with pride. Imai, you deserve a spot in the top 10. Round of applause for the champ. All right, number 6, we have Bao, a fan favorite, Sendo. Maybe I rated him too low, but this is, again, my personal feelings. I love Sendo. But I love Sendo because he's so straightforwardly interesting. When you have a boxing match with Sendo, you know exactly what you're about to get, bro. A slugfest. I can respect a heavy puncher, and Sendo is a no-nonsense kind of guy. Sendo's like, you want to fight? Well, bro, I don't care if this camera's around or not. Let's do it. Throw them hands. I got 2 of them things for you, and I guarantee you ain't going to survive what I got for you. I respect Sendo for the heavy hand and the confidence he brings to the ring at all times. Number 5. Now we're getting into the top 5. All of these people hold a special place in my heart. Boom, especially him. He could have been higher, but Coach Kamogawa, he is responsible for all of the favorites. Ippo, Coach Kamigawa took him from a guy being bullied and raised him to one of the best Japanese featherweight champions they've ever had. Raised him to a world caliber boxer. Even though Ippo's retired, we see he's still got potential. Maybe he'll make a comeback. Don't hold on to that. Ippo not coming back. I keep telling you that. I'm just saying this. But Coach Kamigawa has laid the foundation. Takamura, a multi-weight class world title holder. Who else is really doing that besides Coach Kamigawa? He has such insights, technique, and he gives the boxers exactly what they need. Coach Kamigawa, I hope he stays around for a long time. He is getting a little up there. We saw in the latest chapter that they were asking about his health and stuff. So, yeah, Coach Kamigawa, top 5, respectfully. You're doing a great job. Love your coaching style, bro. Keep it up. Number 4, the Speed King himself, Itagaki. Itagaki is one of my favorites because theoretically, on paper, I don't see how Itagaki would lose fights. Even during the championship fight with Imai, Itagaki, he lost because he was too cocky, too confident. He let people's words get the best of him. When he's in the ring, he himself says, like, everything moves so slow. It's like I'm in a realm of my own. And he's literally imposing his will on people. He's pow, 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 pow. If Itagaki could put on a little more muscle and pack a little more power in those punches, he'd be unstoppable. Itagaki's biggest weakness right now is his mental. When his mental is straight, he can't be beat, in my opinion. He'll put you in a time freeze and he'll let you have it. But when something doesn't go the way Itagaki thinks it should go, we see that he struggles in boxing matches. You got to work on Itagaki, but he has a promising future. And y'all know me. I love speedsters. Itagaki is as close to a speedster as we can get in a boxing manga. Way to break into the top 5. Number 3, we have the main star himself, Ippo. Now, you'd be thinking Ippo was probably going to be number 1. No, not in this household. Ippo's a great boxer. Only lost, like, what, 3 times? He lost to Date. He lost to Ricardo. And I think he lost to somebody else. I can't remember the third person he lost to, but Ippo's got 3 losses on his record. Held the Japanese title, relinquished it because nobody could beat him. But because he retired and because he let Kumi, I blame Kumi for this. He let Kumi. He agreed to that stupid deal where he would retire if he lost again. He lost again. Now he's got to retire. Whack. Ippo's whack for that. Already knocks him down to number 2. And because he's training and he feels like he could get back into the ring, but he won't, knock him down to number 3. If Ippo got back into the ring, he would definitely be a world title contender. He probably could beat Ricardo at this point. But we'll never know because Ippo's retired. He's a coach now. But Ippo still, interesting personality, great power. We see he's got the way he's training his disciples, those disciples could be top tier too. So Ippo still, he doing his thing. I'm entertained. I don't even care that I'm not seeing him in the ring as much. But Ippo's going to make number 3. Number 2, the man who holds multiple weight class world titles himself, Takamura. Takamura. Takamura makes number 2 because, honestly, he's great. I love the confidence, the swagger he brings into each fight. He acts like nobody ever stands a chance against him. And that's that overwhelming confidence that makes me honestly believe he is untouchable. He is undefeatable. I don't think Takamura's ever actually suffered a single defeat in the boxing world. This man has done what very few people can do, and he is a legend. As much as people don't like him because of his attitude, that's exactly why I do like him. He is hot. I'm going to cuss you. He is hot shit, and he knows it. I like that. He shows it, and he backs it up. You can't say nothing to him. He may do something you don't like, but what you going to do about it? You can't beat him, so you just going to have to accept it. Takamura, well-deserving of a number 2 place. Now, number 1, again, this is only because it's my list. It's my favorites. You could argue he shouldn't be up here. I won't, because I love this dude. Number 1, Alexander Zangief, a.k.a. Volk. Volk is, I had to write this down, the current IBF Junior Lightweight World Champion. The first world champion of Ippo's class. We know Ippo came up with Mashiba, Sendo, Wally's in that category now too, but all of that, and Volk was the first to get a world championship. You got to respect him. Even when he was fighting Ippo, I was rooting for Volk back then. I've been Volk's biggest fan since he got introduced to the franchise. I was like, no, don't lose. Don't send him back to Russia. Volk has so much potential. And now he's finally shown it. He's a world title holder. Come on, you can't get much better than that. Volk was always my number 1, and you know I was not going to change. I hope Vogue defends his world championship in his upcoming fight. That's why even now he's low key the star right now. Him and Wally. Wally's challenging. Wally's probably gonna lose to Ricardo, but Vogue's technique supreme. Vogue's speed and precision next level. Vogue has a character otherworldly. I love that dude so much, man. But that's my top 10. Let me run you down the list here. 10, Itagaki's sister. 9, the reporter, Mari Imura. 8, Aoki. Number 9, Imai, current featherweight Japanese champion. 6 is Sendo. We all know him. 5, Coach Kamogawa. Number 4, the Speed King Itagaki. Number 3, Ippo Makunoichi himself. Number 2, the the multiple world-class title holder, Takamura. And number 1, the reigning, defending IBF lightweight junior champion, Vogue, Alexander Zangief. Also, his last name is Zangief. Shout out to the Street Fighter franchise for that one. Both Russians, too. They knew what they was doing. But that's my top 10 of Hajime no Ippo characters. What's your top 10? Comment down below. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe button. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what we're doing. Uncrowned Kingdom. I've been your boy, Uncrowned Otaku. That's the fire that keeps the kingdom safe for all eternity. I'm out of here, y'all.